Hey YouTube, it's Thanatos Prime here. I wanted to experiment with this. I had some audio issues the last couple times I did this. And you know what they say, third time's the charm. So if anyone can hear me, please just let me know that there's audio to this one because I really don't want to have to do this a fourth time. Me and Dano here are kind of tired. Uh, I'm testing right now myself. Excellent. Excellent. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. One of my best friends right there, Transformers fan 5000. He's I gotta say, like a lot of the on a serious note, guys, a lot of the growth that this channel has happened. Friends like Daniel, I really appreciate that. He really gave me my start. But anyway, let's get started. So today we have a tier list. I wanted to try my hand at this, and it's just doing something simple, ranking Godzilla designs. This is actually the third one of these lists that I've seen. The first one had a good amount on them. Um, Pictures weren't exactly the best. Second one had like almost 50 different designs, and some of them were repeats, like from mobile games and stuff, which I'd just be repeating myself at that point, and it was missing some. They both were missing some. This has a pretty decent loadout. Yeah, yeah, this is like the perfect amount. Plus, there's one awesome one that always deserves a mention that the other two just didn't have. So let's get started. Now, full disclosure, guys, some of the Heisei suits, I get them like kind of confused. So I can't really like name them exactly. But first off, we got Heisei Godzilla. I don't know which suit exactly. I mean, personally, my favorite's the Godzilla versus Space Godzilla one. But to discuss the tiers, we have King of the Monsters up top. I like it as beneath that. Kind of cool right there. Meh, which could also be, I'm going to add another tier just because I mean, there was some obscure ones on that last list. I generally know all these, so I don't even think I need that tier that I tried to do. Meh. So yeah, meh, don't like. And at the bare bottom, we have the Oxygen Destroyer. Uh, yeah, so let's get started. Heisei Godzilla, instant king of the monsters. The Heisei series is probably one of my favorites. Like, all the designs were amazing. I loved watching the VHS tapes when I was a kid. And honestly, this dude's just iconic, man. I mean, whenever people think Godzilla, most of the time this is the one they're thinking of. And how dope is that? So yeah, instant king of the monsters. Next up we got Shin Godzilla. I gotta be honest, I really didn't like Shin Godzilla when he first debuted. But after I decided to, you know, give the film a shot, I really enjoyed it for what it was. Third form Shin Godzilla, king of the monsters. Stay hydrated, kids. Planet of the Monsters. So, Godzilla Earth. Full disclosure, guys, I'm a diehard Godzilla fan. Generally, I love pretty much everything Godzilla, but I cannot get into these animes. Like with Planet of the Monsters, at least, the prequel books were really good for what they were. And they had some interesting concepts behind them. A lot more interesting than what we got in the actual movies. Like the movies were just kind of boring. The humans weren't really that good. The aliens were just kind of meh. And none of the designs really clicked with me. So this one's gonna go on the don't like. And Discussing the first Singular Point design on this list, I really didn't like Singular Point. I liked it probably even less than Planet of Monsters. When I watch a Godzilla film, I want to be entertained. I want to be able to either have a really memorable experience in some capacity, like whether it's campy fun or whether it's something thought provoking, such as GMK or minus one spoilers. But Singular Point just bored me. I thought that the transformations were just weak imitations of Shin Godzilla, just like hidden behind the appearance of like classic monsters. Like, this one, I think I don't think it's Aquaticus, it might be, or Amphibious. The one that looks like Titanosaurus. Yeah, I did not like Singular Point. It's just really boring. Like, at least Planet of Monsters had some potential behind it, but Singular Point just bored the hell out of me. Ah, Godzilla the series. This is what made me a Godzilla fan. I said that in Zilla's review, and I will still stand by that. This one deserves the name Godzilla. No, I didn't really care for the movie when it came out, but the few times I did watch Fox Kids, because I never watched it when it was on air, because I never knew what channel it was on. And, well, I was watching like Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon or something at the time, if I was even awake. So I didn't really watch it unless I was at a friend's house or a cousin's house or something. But yeah, this one, instant King of the Monsters tier. You deserve the name Godzilla. Uh, these are the humanoids at the end of Shin Godzilla that are growing out of his tail. These things are freaky, man. It's like a xenomorph and Godzilla fused together, which is already pretty horrifying. But yeah, not King of the Monsters at all, but we don't really see these guys in action, but they're kind of cool. Like, I think I'm going to put it, I don't know if I want to put it in kind of cool or I like it. At least top of kind of cool for now. I might readjust this list as we go on. Oh yeah, Daniel, if you want to add like a tier list, please do, dude. Like, I would love to see your take on like, I don't know, the Bayverse designs from Transformers or maybe even the humans or comics. Like, I would love to hear your take on like tiers like that. So yeah, please do it, man. Do it. Going back to this, Baby Godzilla. I have the toy of this one, as you guys saw. I like Baby Godzilla. I really like it. You're going to that one, no doubt. That's my favorite look that he had. Smaller look, but we'll discuss that later. Um, Kamada-kun. He's so adorable and he's so meme worthy. Kamada-kun, you are going in King of the Monsters. You are a treasure. Burning Godzilla. Now this movie really crushed me when I saw Godzilla versus Destroya. Like, it was a very similar vibe to the 86 Transformers movie. And basically, when Godzilla died, it felt like Optimus, but it almost had a bit more of an impact because Optimus died kind of early in 86, whereas Godzilla dies at the end of the movie. And it's just the music, the fact that Heisei Godzilla is really where a lot of us kids grew to love the Japanese one. It may not have been my first Japanese Godzilla film, but this one left an impact. Go next to the other Heisei. Uh, I'm only checking because there's another design kind of similar to this. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't repeating myself. Seems like just a basic Showa, like the Mecha Godzilla suit. Doesn't appear to be a Megalogoji suit. I'm not seeing that on here. But I love Showa Godzilla. And, the Mechagodzilla suit here, if we're talking about that, you can go in just because the memories behind it and the camp. I'm gonna put that King of the Monsters right about there. Maybe this one was Aquaticus, Singular Point. Yeah, didn't like it, and I really didn't like that knockoff Gorosaurus one. Terraria. I honestly don't know. I completely spaced out Singular Point. It bored me that much. Son of Godzilla, Instant Oxygen Destroyer. This is my least favorite Godzilla look of all time. The eyes just bug me. I don't like the mouth. I don't like the neck shape. And I know they were trying to be all cutesy at the time because that was what was working for Gamera. But the thing is, like, this suit looks kind of creepy. Like, if I was a kid back then, I think I'd be more terrified of this than like GMK or something. 1955. So a definite downgrade from 1954, but I got some memories behind this one. Like, I saw the movie Monster Series figure. I didn't buy it, but look, it looked all right. It was decent. And I remember stopping at one of the subway stations when I was in Osaka to visit the Godzilla store there, and they had a statue of this guy in the subway station, the 55 suit specifically. That was beyond cool. So, I mean, I never hated this suit. I'm gonna put it. You're not going in meh. It's a guilty pleasure, so you can go top of kind of cool. I think this is the Mosugoji suit from Mothra versus Godzilla. People really love this one. It's all right. My fondest memory of it is when I played the Godzilla pinball game at my favorite arcade bar. Seeing him rise out of the dirt, and I really loved how Monarch Legacy of Monsters brought that back. So yeah, this one's going in. I like it. Mm, I don't have as much attachment to it, so Baby Godzilla can still stay up top there. Ooh, now we're cooking. Final Wars. Final Wars was probably my favorite Godzilla film to watch for a long, long time. Like, you either really love or you really hate Final Wars. I'm definitely part of the love camp. The music, I mean, the plot is just all over the place, and some of the acting's not the best, but it's the true definition of a popcorn flick. It reminds me of Revenge of the Fallen. Like, it's just dumb fun. And this Godzilla is a freaking monster. Like, a literal monster. This guy's like a slasher villain, the way he just stomps through all these other, like, 20 something monsters. So, yeah, instant king of the monsters right there. Right there. There you go. Perfect placement. So you guys know how at the beginning of this video I talked about a Godzilla design that was kind of omitted from the other two lists? Well, here's this design now, the Stan Winston design from the canceled 1994 American film that we almost got. Which, check out Dangerville's video on what that movie could have been. Jan de Bont, who directed Twister, was going to direct it. And it would have had like another monster named the Griffin, which, yeah, like, there's countless videos explaining what this movie could have been, and it sounded freaking amazing. Like, imagine how things could have been different had we gotten this one. So, yeah, and the design is beyond badass too. So, I absolutely love the Stan Winston design, so this one's definitely going in King of the Monsters. I'm gonna put it right there. Not, like, right behind the series. Godzilla Jr. from Godzilla vs. Destroya. So I really liked how Junior or Baby Godzilla became Little Godzilla became Junior, and then Junior takes up the mantle of King of the Monsters. I love that, and when he died, like, it's so annoying. I thought he died, and he didn't come back because the VHS copy we had of Godzilla versus Destroya, it glitched out really bad towards the end there, so I didn't see him rise up, or when I did, like, I thought it was just, like, a cheap flashback or something. I didn't know it was actually Junior. So another reason why Godzilla versus Destroya kinda messed me up for a little bit there, but I like this design. I know he gets a lot of flack, but I'm not putting him in King of the Monsters. He's not there yet. But you're going in top of I like it. You can go in front of your baby photo right there. Amazing how far you've grown. GMK. Now this is a Godzilla film I love. I love the different like aspect that it has, how it's more spiritual, the relationship that Godzilla has with the other monsters and humanity itself. I love the dynamic that they have there. The design is beyond badass. It's generally what I think of when I think Godzilla, like a kind of basic one. I mean, it does take its liberties, like the eyes and stuff, and it's kind of got the belly, but it kind of works. Yeah, I love GMK, so I need to get that. I need to get that movie Monster Series figure. I need to see about finding another gig, like a part-time gig, or who knows. Yeah, but GMK, I'm gonna put him. I'll put him behind Godzilla the series. I think that's a good enough spot. Yeah, I just love the look of that thing. But anyway, Godzilla 1998. The movie came out when I was a little kid. Like I was about 3 years old when 98 came out, and it was kind of boring. Like the chase scene with the baby Godzillas was cool. The scenes that Zilla actually showed up in, like I remember I was super bored with the movie and I really did not like the humans at all. I just wanted to get to Godzilla. This was my introduction to the character, and I learned to like it a lot more now compared to what I thought of it when I was a kid. And, the merch was everywhere. Like this movie was like shoved down our throats and then some. But hey, we all have some sort of association with this one. Mm, I think I'm gonna put you. I'll put you right behind Junior. -1. This movie's a masterpiece, and it's been said before, but it's a statement I will stand by. This movie is not only a good Godzilla or great Godzilla movie. It's a great movie in general. I loved the human characters. Like I actually remembered some of their names. I suck at names, and I remember these humans. Like Mr. Tachibana was cool. Uh, I still struggle with some names, but the captain was cool. Like I love the humans in this one, and Godzilla's design was really badass. Definitely going in King of the Monsters. I'm gonna put it right there. It's definitely I think it barely. Hmm, it's on the same level as Godzilla 1954. Basically, is what I'm trying to say. Like I love both, but this one's definitely -1 is definitely King of the Monsters. I love his design in the movie. Godzilla 2014. So 2014 was the last movie me and my friend saw before we graduated high school. I remember we went to the mall, we hung out. We went to go see it in IMAX, which, young high school us, like we felt like so proud that we got to see him. Like all the hype around 2014 was super cool. Then we went to Denny's afterwards. I mean, we made it a point to meet up whenever these MonsterVerse movies drop. But that first memory, love it. And granted, 2014 is probably my least favorite movie in the MonsterVerse, but I still love this design. So this one's definitely gonna go not not and I like it. It's going in King of the Monsters. Monster vs. Godzilla is my favorite Godzilla. Hanna-Barbera. So I never watched this cartoon. Um, I really should. I mean, there are clips of it here on YouTube, but yeah, I guess the guy that played Lurch in the Addams Family provided the voice. I think his name was Ted Cassidy. So that's kind of cool. I mean, it's a totally different Godzilla that like I think he shoots beams out of his eyes. Like he's just beyond campy, but this one's unique. I really like him for that. So I'm gonna put him right there above Zilla or 98. Sorry, just responding to a quick message. Okay. Actually, I'm gonna turn that off. Manila from Final Wars. Um, out of the Manila designs, I'm not talking little Godzilla, baby Godzilla, and Godzilla Jr. This is my favorite Manila design. I really hope that they re-release his movie monster series figure or they give us a new one. Uh, I like Baby Godzilla a bit more design wise. That one's a little more serious compared to Manila. Like I said, I still like this Manila design, so I think right there is a good enough spot. Godzilla Filius. Um, no wait, this is Godzilla Earth, the normal one. I guess that's Godzilla Earth Burning. I forgot that he can do a burning pose or whatever, or not pose form. I'm very tired, guys. But yeah, Godzilla Earth. Don't like it. I don't like the tree aesthetic. I get what they were going for, but yeah, I don't like it. I'll put that one there at the top of don't like, because I mean, I can see what they were going for, and it's not as try hard as that one. I think this one is Filius. About right there. Little Godzilla. Now this design gets a lot of flack. I see where people are coming from. Compared to Baby Godzilla here, he's definitely more kid appeal. Kind of like Grogu before he was Grogu, or Grogu before there was a Grogu. This is where my tongue stops working. But yeah, this is definitely my least favorite look that he had. But he's still kind of cute. I'm gonna put it at the bottom of I like it. So, I mean, he blows bubbles. He's not that cool. I think this is the suit that was used for Destroy All Monsters and a majority of the Showa films. I don't know the specific suit names. I like this one. I remember it from Godzilla, Destroy All Monsters, Hedorah, Gigan. Yeah, I like it. About right there. Because I mean, the eyes are still a little bug-eyed for me. Godzillasaurus. Uh, when it comes to the Godzillasaurus, I mean, I like it. Basic dinosaur. I mean, I like it, but I'm just gonna put it at the top of kind of cool. 1984, Return of Godzilla, the first Heisei. Filming the Heisei continuity. I like the movie. I like both. I really want to see the American cut. We have it on VHS. I might have to dig out my VCR at my uncle's house and the VHS. But, It's still it's probably it's not even probably, it is my least favorite Heisei suit. Uh, I don't really wanna put this one in meh. Kinda cool. It is still Heisei, so, yeah. King Goji from the original King Kong versus Godzilla. This is considered one of the most loved Godzilla suits in the Showa series, but I've never really been the biggest fan of this one. I mean, I get why it's iconic, but it's just not really for me. So I'll put that one at the top. Kind of cool. I think this one is Godzilla from Gigan Rex and that Megalon fan film. Which, by the way, Bandai, I know you're probably not even watching this. Can we get that Megalon figure or a figure of Megalon from that fan film? He looks amazing and would probably look great next to a Final Wars Gigan. I mean, you gave us Gigan Rex and Gigan Miles. I'd be cool with that, but this one may or may not be Junior. It's strongly implied that it is Junior, but Toho is reluctant to revisit old continuities. Uh, I like the standard Heisei design more, but this one's not bad. I'm gonna put it top of kind of cool. Burning from King of the Monsters, or I guess thermonuclear. But you know what? Screw it. I'm still gonna call this one Burning. This is just badass. I freaking like I said, Monster vs. Godzilla is my favorite, and I loved this Burning form. It took everything I loved about the Heisei one, which we'll get to. Uh, we already got to it right there. Again, I'm tired. But yeah, Burning definitely goes in King of the Monsters. Kiryu Goji, so I didn't really care for this suit in the movies themselves, but the thing is, like I said before, Godzilla Rulers of Earth in my video I did on this design, his movie Monster Series figure, that's my favorite Godzilla comic, and it really made me love this design even more. Like, a lot more than the movies, so purely because of the comic, I'm gonna put him, like, right there behind GMK. Movie itself, kinda meh, but again, it's mostly from the comic. Godzilla 2000. This was the first Japanese Godzilla movie I ever saw. I saw it on HBO when I was, like, 5 years old, and I loved it. The trailer also introduced me to Rob Zombie, specifically, Super Beast. I love that song. I can't like, Godzilla and Rob Zombie go hand in hand. Like, the Millennium Era Godzilla films. Oh, Goji guy. Hello, I thank you for being here. Big fan of your shorts. Yeah, Kiryu Goji's awesome. I love him. But anyway, yeah, Godzilla 2000. This one's definitely going in King of the Monsters. I mean, the suit's a little stiff, but again, this was my introduction to the character, like my first Japanese Godzilla. So, let's put you. I'll put you right behind GMK because again, I just love GMK's design. Uh, Shinagawa-kun. This one's basically the Charmeleon of Shin Godzilla's evolutions. Not as meme worthy as Kamada-kun, but nowhere near as badass as the third form. Even though personally I love Charmeleon, that's my favorite Pokemon. But Yeah, this one, this one I feel is gonna go in meh, which I don't know why. No, no, no. I'm not putting Final Wars Manila there. I don't know why that did that. It's my first time doing one of these tier lists. Yeah, right there. Yeah, I'm putting Shinagawa Kun in meh though. I'm very indifferent. Like I don't have one. It's the only form I of the evolution I don't have in my movie monster series collection, but I'm not worried about it. I really very indifferent to that design. 54, that's the goat. Instantly the goat. I'm gonna put him right behind the standard Heisei Godzilla. I mean, the movie is iconic. I remember watching the American cut of it on Turner Classic when I was like 7 years old. My dad let me stay up late. We watched it. I loved it. I saw the Japanese cut on my uncle's DVD. Loved that one too. And when I was in Osaka, I actually saw this movie at Toho Cinemas, and it was just such an amazing experience. So 54 is that's the true goat, like the true OG. I'm sorry. Singular point, Godzilla Ultima. Now, like I said, I don't really like the anime stuff. When it comes to Singular Point, the most fun I had watching that series was the credits. Like, I'm not even trying to say that to be a dick. It's like a lot of the Easter eggs they hid in the credits, like human characters and classic designs that were animated in that beautiful anime style, like that 2D style. I love that. I wanted that as a series. I'd rather that than this. This one's just too hard to follow for me. But, separating this design from the story, Ultima's cool, but I like him more than, you know, Godzilla Earth. But I'm still going to put it in meh. I will probably put it top of meh, though. Yeah, right about there. The original Manila. So I knew of him. I saw Son of Godzilla when I was a kid on TV, and I saw the tail end of Destroy All Monsters. I mean, heck, when I was a little kid, I actually liked Godzilla's Revenge. I mean, part of me kind of wants to check it out again because it's been years. Like, I think the last time I saw it, I was like 11 years old or something. So, I mean, I don't hate this Manila, but I mean, I also had a toy of the Pack of Destruction that had this guy in it. I think I'm gonna put this guy. I'm gonna put him top of meh, just because. I mean, there's moments I do like this one, but it's definitely my least favorite look for a Son of Godzilla. Ooh, Dora Goji 2019. This is my favorite Godzilla design. Like I said, I love Monster vs. Godzilla. King of the Monsters is my favorite of the American Godzilla films. Like, when it comes to like top 3 Godzilla films, it's this one, minus one, and the 1954 Gojira. Like, those are my top 3 Godzilla films that are just Godzilla, like not Kong or whatever. And when I want a masterpiece, I'll put on Gojira or minus one. Something I really want to focus my time towards, my attention towards. The beautiful stuff, cinematography and the characters and everything. When I want dumb fun that actually has characters I like too, I'll put on King of the Monsters. I know it gets a lot of flack, the lighting, like the fact everything's all dark, but I love this movie. Michael Dougherty is one of my favorite directors. I love Trick or Treat. I love Krampus. The guy, you could tell he's a fan. Been talking for a while. But yeah, Doragoji, you're going to the top of King of the Monsters. Like, readjust this a little bit. Yeah, he'll go there. I'm gonna keep my favorites right there. -1, I'll move him up too. And I'll put Final Wars. I'll stop editing right there. Um, I think this is the Mechagodzilla suit. Mm, so I used to get the Megalogoji and the Mechagodzilla suit. The first Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla suit confused. It's the similar eyebrow and the similar like jaw. I mean, look, when I looked at them side by side in one of the last attempts to do this, I could definitely see the differences. Hmm. You know what? You'll go and I like it. I'll actually put you right there behind Godzilla Jr. I kind of like this one more. I think that's Megalogoji. Yeah, actually, that is Megalogoji. So I'm fine putting him right there. I like that suit a little bit more. Um, Always Sunny on Third Street. I think that's what this one is. The first one that Takashi Yamazaki worked on. I remember when the fake trailers thing was like big on early YouTube, and my uncle told me he heard that they were working on a new Godzilla film, and this popped up. I thought this was a legit, like, full on Godzilla film, and I was beyond hyped. I really love this design. Yeah, it was definitely a good sign of what was to come. I mean, for a parody, I'll put him behind Megalogoji. I like I like this one a lot. Godzilla Kong: The New Empire, Godzilla Evolved. I really didn't like this one when it first got announced, and the toys didn't exactly help. They looked super anorexic, and I thought like the extra spikes on the elbows. I mean, they don't have any purpose in the movie itself. That or the Thagomizer. I thought those were a little much. This design, I definitely warmed up to it after watching the movie, and it's grown on me. It's still probably my least favorite MonsterVerse Godzilla look, though, but it's still fun. So I can't put it in King of the Monsters, but I will put him top of I like it. Odo Island. Odo Island is basically what I think. It's a better version of Godzillasaurus. So Odo Island, I'm actually going to put him bottom of King of the Monsters because that opening scene, that was an amazing first impression of this new Godzilla minus Goji. I believe this is Godzilla the Ride. Now, it's very, very similar to -1. There are differences though, like the proportions are a lot better on -1, but this is still a cool design. But -1 just tweaked it and made it so, so much better. So I'm not gonna put it in King of the Monsters. I will put it close, like top 3 of I like it. Godzilla Energized. Again, it's the Doragoji design, but glowing blue, like a blue version of Burning. Not to make a bad pun here, but I honestly thought this was just a watered down version of Burning Godzilla. Like, I didn't even know this was like officially considered a full on form until Hiya Toys announced theirs, and it's like I kind of don't really know how to feel about this one, but this one I'm gonna put in the bottom of kind of cool. Like, it's not a meh, but I don't love this one, and I can't honestly say I like it. Like, I will gladly take a lot of the other forms over that. In a similar vein, to end things, we have the powered up Godzilla evolved. I think this is when he was like shooting his atomic breath and like trying to fix the atmosphere after Shimo was going to cause that ice age. Um, this one's kind of cool. I mean, it's still the evolved design, but I kind of like the glow that he has and like that aura. I think I'm gonna put him right about there. Do I want to adjust this at all? No, guys, I'm actually pretty satisfied with how this list turned out. Honestly, I love all the variety we have when it comes to the King of the Monsters. That's why he's endured for as long as he has. If you don't like a certain look or a certain storyline, you'll generally find something for Godzilla that might appeal to you. Anyways, guys, I'm Thanatos Prime. This was my third attempt at this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this. And oh, I just saw this comment from a while ago. Yeah, there was Krampus. The guy that directed Krampus directed Godzilla right afterwards. But anyway, guys, this is Thanatos Prime. Thanks for hearing me ramble on. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and thank you so much for helping me grow this channel. Take care.